So let's take a few moments now to settle the body. Ensure that you're sitting in a comfortable position and that the spine is straight and the head and neck are in alignment with the spine. Place the hands on the knees in a mudra of your choice. Closing the eyes. This class is going to be focused on how to ease abdominal cramping. So what we'll do a short meditation first, and then I'll take you through some asanas that can actually help with that. And then you'll lie down and I will deliver a Yoga Nidra session to conclude the class. So now with the eyes closed, scan the awareness through the body, just checking in that the body is not feeling any pain anywhere. And if you are, any discomfort or pain, please take notice of that so that when we are completing the practices that you work within your body's limitations. And scan the awareness through the body right up to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times, Om Shanti, and I'll chant the Shanti mantra to pay respect between each other and to protect our practices, and also to support us all learning together without ill will. And once I complete this chanting, please keep the eyes closed and stay in this position. Breathing in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinat Vadhitamastu, Mahavit Vishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. And now, keeping the eyes closed, take a long, deep yogic breath in. And as you exhale, release all the events of the day. Let them all go. And again, take another long, deep yogic breath in. And this time, when you exhale, release all the interactions that you've had today and all the forms they may have taken, whether they've been in person, on the phone, or in a digital space. Let all of these interactions go. And now take another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, release any thoughts and feelings of obligation of anything you need to do outside of this class. There is nothing else you need to do right now. So allow yourself to be right here in this moment. Bring the awareness now to the natural breath at the nostrils and follow the natural breath and the inhalation as it moves through the nostrils to the throat and to the navel. And follow the breath from the throat to the navel, and then from the navel to the throat. Just following the natural breath. And now, while maintaining the breath awareness, you may like to visualize a golden pathway that follows the breath from the navel to the throat on the inhalation, and then from the throat to the navel on the exhalation. And so maintaining the breath awareness and the golden pathway, we'll now add a mantra to these two components. The mantra is so on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. So just chanting these mentally. So and hum. So hum means I am this consciousness. And now release the mantra and release the golden pathway. And release the breath awareness and bring the attention to the heart space. And observe now your complete attention and complete stillness. And so now that the body and the mind are settled and still, we can begin our practice of asana. So keeping the eyes closed, very gently we'll begin with Tatali Asana, the butterfly posture. So bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to fall towards the floor, clasping the hands around the feet. Gently bring the knees up towards the shoulders. And then exhale, allow the knees to fall towards the floor. Complete 10 rounds, aiming to coordinate the breath with the movement, aiming to achieve body, breath, mind connection. And in your own time, when you've completed your 10 rounds, make sure you bring the knees together and bring the legs out in front of the body. Bringing the legs out in front of the body, placing the palms on the floor with the fingers pointing away from the buttocks, sitting up straight, closing the eyes and just observing the effects of the practice. We'll now move into a forward bend very gently. So keeping the back straight, we'll begin by first exhaling and running the arms along the legs to where is comfortable for you, and just gently holding on to wherever on the leg that is right for you. If it's your feet, that's fine. If it's your ankles or even your shins, that is perfectly fine. Hold for a few moments and then inhale and come back to a straight back sitting position. Complete 5 rounds, aiming to gently move along the leg a bit further. If you are getting further along the leg, make sure your head is lifted up. You're not pushing or straining in any way. It's very gentle movement. And when you've completed 5 rounds, again, come back to base position and observe the movement of energy around the body. Our next practice will be Asana, the cat posture. So coming onto all fours, ensuring the hands are directly below the shoulders and the knees are directly below the hips. Head is in a neutral position. Inhale, push through the arms, point the abdomen towards the floor and lift the head up towards the ceiling. Hold for a few moments. Exhale, bring the head between the arms, arch the spine towards the ceiling and stretch through the arms. Observing again where you can feel the stretch in your body. Complete another 4 rounds in this way, aiming to synchronize the breath with the movement. And again, in your own time, when you've reached your 5th round, or the end of your 5th round, come back into Shashankasana, the Chara posture. Bringing the buttocks to the heels, arms out in front of the body, head resting in between the arms, forehead on the floor, and allow the body to release into the position. Stay here for 5 long breaths. And then when it's right for you, lie down on the back in Shavasana. So with the palms facing up, the arms a little bit away from the body, the legs about shoulder width apart, and release all tension in the legs. And allow the body to melt into the floor. Our next practice will be a bridge posture, but it will be the very sort of basic version of the bridge. So bring the knees towards the buttocks. The feet towards the buttocks with the feet flat on the floor. Put the palms underneath the buttocks with the palms on the floor. This will help to ease the back. Inhale, lift the buttocks up. Hold for a few moments. Exhale, release the buttocks down to the top of the hands. Complete another 4 rounds, holding at the top for your own duration. Exhaling as you release the buttocks down towards the floor. And when you've completed your 5th round, in your own time, with no rush, after your 5th round, hug the knees to the chest and roll on side to side. You might even like to do circles just to release any tension in the small of the back. Our next practice will be called Happy Baby. So this one, it's almost like a balance posture where you're balancing on your buttocks or the bones in your buttocks. So for this, first of all, try and balance on those bones there with the legs first out in front of the body. And then if that's okay, to release for a second, just so you get a feel for the position. What you'll do the next time we do that is when you bring the legs up, you will hold the toes and bring the legs out, so raising them up. So it looks a bit weird, but you're balancing and you're holding the feet like this. So it's a good idea to find a point on the wall for this one as well, because it's a bit of a balanced posture. So holding the big toes. We complete 3 rounds. Again, for your own duration. This is a new posture that we haven't done before, so just explore and discover it for yourself. And on your final round, then lie down in Shavasana. Again, just to rest. And just observe the movement of energy around the body. particularly of the practices we've done so far. And for our final asana, bring the soles of the feet in front of the buttocks. Clasp the hands either behind the head, as long as the elbows can reach the floor, or if it's more comfortable for you, you could just bring the arms out at shoulder height. So in this position, bringing the knees like they're stuck together towards the right and turn the head to the left. Inhale back to center, both the head and the knees. Exhale, bring the knees together towards the left, turn the head to the right. And just breathe in the position, allow the body to ease into it. Spinal twist. Inhale back to center and complete another 4 rounds in this way. And after your final round, when you reach that in your own practice, lie back in Shavasana. And again, just observe the effects. We're going to move now into some pranayama practice and then into Yoga Nidra. So ensure that you are comfortable and warm, because the body temperature will fall slightly as you become more relaxed in this practice. So if you need any cushions or any blankets or coverings, please get those together now. So lying on the back with the arms a little bit away from the body and the palms facing the sky. And release any tension in the legs. The legs should be about hip width apart, with the feet lolling to the sides. Just observe now the natural breath and allow the natural breath to regulate. And observe how the natural breath fills the abdomen with air and the chest with air. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. We're now going to do some yogic breathing. So with yogic breathing, you feel the abdomen and then the chest and then the upper chest with air, filling the body to its greatest capacity. And then as you exhale, exhale from the upper chest, the chest, and then the abdomen. Take 3 long, deep yogic breaths in this way. And after each one, allow the body to melt even further into the floor and release into the floor. And ensure that there is balance between both sides of the body. Ensure that the spine is straight. And as we begin this Yoga Nidra practice, you may like to tuck your chin in just a little to ensure there is alignment. And now take another long, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, ensure that you don't have any expression on the face. Ensure you're not clenching your jaw, you're not tensing any muscles behind the eyes. Just let everything go. And observe the body's contact with the floor. So beginning with the heels in the floor, observe the point of contact between the back of the legs and the floor. Feel the buttocks against the floor. Feel the back against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms against the floor. Feel the shoulders against the floor. Feel the neck and the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact make one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. Become aware now of sound. First, listening to sounds way off in the distance. Don't try to identify or name the sounds that you're hearing. Just move the awareness from sound to sound. Move the awareness now to sounds just outside the room that you are in. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. And now bring the awareness into the room where you are, observing the sounds within the room. And now moving the awareness to sounds within the body. So beginning with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention. If you have one, mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space where it may emerge on its own. I will now guide you to rotate your awareness throughout the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I repeat the name of a body part, visualize that part, place your awareness there, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. We'll move now to the left side of the body and the left hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. We'll move now to the back of the body with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving around now to the face and the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body. Have a sense now of the whole body all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath. Observe how subtle the natural breath has now become. And observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath. When you inhale, you're inhaling warm, soothing light. And when you exhale, you are exhaling any discomfort or anything that doesn't serve you. Inhaling warm, comforting, soothing light in, exhaling discomfort, anything that does not serve you. If the mind wanders, remember to use the breath like an anchor. Bring it back to this practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling colder and colder. Body feels like it's in a freezer. It's so cold. The nose feels colder and the cheeks feel colder. Fingers and the toes feel numb. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's walked right into a freezer. Release this feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels as though it's in a sauna and the heat's just been turned up. The face feels hotter. The hands and the feet feel clammy and hot, and heat radiates from the abdomen throughout the body. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's in a sauna and the heat's just been turned up. Release this feeling of heat now and exchange it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels so heavy that it's pressing against the floor. The body feels so heavy like it's made out of concrete. The arms and the legs feel heavier, and the torso and the head feel heavier. The body feels heavier and heavier, like it's made out of concrete and it's pressing against the floor. And release this feeling of heaviness now. Exchange it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body feels lighter and lighter, like it's barely touching the floor. The body feels so light that it feels like it might even drift off the floor at any moment. The arms and the legs feel lighter. The torso and the head feels lighter. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like it may drift away at any moment. Release this feeling of lightness now and allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium. Release all of these sensations completely and instead come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You walk down to the beach on a summer's evening. There's no one there, but you feel safe and happy. And as you walk onto the sand, it's still warm from the hot day that's passed. And you walk up to the shoreline, and as the water laps over your ankles, it feels warm and soothing, almost like a warm bath. And you decide to go into the bath like water. As you go in, you feel it's soothing every pore on your body. You lie on your back. The water is very flat. There's no real waves at all. And so you're able to just float there and almost be still in the water. And as you do this, you look up and around you and you see there is a full moon above, and its light also shines down and feels like it's soothing you as well. And stars begin to appear in the sky around the full moon. And at this moment, you feel completely connected to nature and the universe. You feel supported and nurtured and comforted. You feel weightless in this moment. And while you feel comforted and supported, you know that you can't stay here forever, although you wish you could. But remembering this feeling of being joyful and feeling supported and comfortable, you know that it's time to come back to the mat, back into the room, and you still feel that feeling of being comforted and supported. As you call to mind your Sankalpa, or positive intention if you have one, mentally repeat it 3 times now. And begin to feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen just a little more and feel the movement it creates. As you allow the breath to deepen, feel how it moves the back against the floor. Begin to scan your awareness through the body, observing how you feel right now compared to how you felt when you began the class. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the room that you are in and the details of that room. Remember the color of your mat and the color of the floor, the color of the clothing that you're wearing at this moment. And remember the time of day. And begin to hear the sounds around you and the world attached to those sounds. And begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes to allow your body to gently externalize. Begin to move and stretch in a way that's right for you, moving very gently and mindfully, being kind to your body as it externalizes. You may like to gently move your head from side to side, or even lay on your right side for a few moments, allowing the body to adjust between Yoga Nidra and being awake again. Take your time. There's no need to rush. When you are ready, gently come up to a comfortable sitting position, keeping the eyes closed or downcast. The aim is to maintain the peaceful state that you've created. And scan the awareness now through the body like we did at the beginning of the class, moving the awareness up through the soles of the feet, right up through the body, observing how each part is feeling until you gently move the awareness up to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in. Om. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.